Hi, I am Xingyue Zhao, and you can call me Gina. This is my GE video presentation. The artist I chose is Monet. I chose his work because I really like his artworks. They are all impressionism, and I like the high compare and contrast of the color. To talk about Monet, he was a 19th century artist. He's in the main representative writer of Impressionism. He is French. Monet is good at experimentation and expressive techniques of lights and shadows. His most important style was a change in the way of shadows and outlines were drawn, and defined them very well. And the depiction of light and shadow is the most distinctive feature of Monet's painting. And this artwork on the right is Woman with Parasol, and it is Monet and her son. The size of it is 39 inches in length and 32 inches in width, and it is drawn by oil on canvas. Also, its drawing style is Impressionism. These two are also the artworks of Monet. The one on the left, this work breaks through the limitation of traditional subject matter and composition. This one is called Sunrise, and it takes the perception of visual experience at the focusing point, and the focusing point just changing the appearance in the light and atmosphere. This one is the most typical Monet painting and most famous classic painting. And also this picture is like the first picture of Impressionism. And the one on the right, this one is called Water Lily. It is Monet's late work. It shows Monet's passion for light and shadow. And for this Water Lily, it is a series drawing, which means there are also 10 other drawings called Water Lily. And the connection of 10 of these pictures, they are all drawn by Monet and at the same place, which face to the same water and sunflower and the trees and the leaves. These things are all the same, just the light and shadow, the time is different, which makes the color and color composition on the pictures different. Then I'm going to show my works. I was inspired by Monet. I really took his work as inspiration. The main point of Monet's painting is light and shadow. Therefore, they're also what I want to emphasize. Also, the color and style are made of lines and dots. They're not in the realistic way, which always makes me confused that if the landscape on the picture are real or not. I'm not really confused, just wonder. These things are really painted or they're pictures. So when I am doing my work, I try to make the artwork feel real. But when you see it or think of it deeply in detail, it may not what happens in real world. Additionally, Monet did lots of experiments in his drawing to show what he really wants. As a result, I also make my work in different techniques to do experiments and get the atmosphere I want. The first picture on the left hand, first of all of my works, they are from pictures I took by myself. For the first picture I took, I waxed them at first, which makes the picture seems more in a style of Impressionism. And then this work is also called Sunrise, and the the light of the sun is what I want to emphasize. Therefore, I draw these light yellow and light pink lines on the road, in the sky, and on the trees to emphasize the light side and the shadow side. And the picture on the left hand, this one is picked in a little town, but it is not real a picture because I think Impressionism, it makes things not in a realistic way. Therefore, I just choose the color and make this work more like a cartoon way. But I still emphasize the light, the pink light in the sky, and the light on this line. The next two pictures are also picked by me, but I draw something. For the one which full of coconut tree. There are lots of real trees, but I draw some trees by myself, which makes when you see it at first, you cannot really figure which one is real and which one is not. And for the one on the right, I draw the sky and the mountains, which makes a dark background, because I think the focal point of this painting is the lights, the nature lights which I picked get a focal point, but when I draw the sky, it makes people wonder if it's a picture or not. Then for these two, I draw them like in the Impressionism. The one on the right, like behind the wall, there are some paintings. I changed these paintings into Impressionism. They were like in realism. I changed them. I used a pen to wax them, which makes people wonder if these paintings they are really in Impressionism or they are drawing in another style, but I changed them. But also I keep the light because it's a sunny day, and we can see the light and shadows through this wall. And for this one, I draw it in Impressionism. I just wax them, and also I emphasize the light because it is a time when sunrise. Therefore, I use some light yellow and light blue in the sky and on the tree, also on the shelf of the buildings behind to emphasize the light and get the atmosphere I want. And for the last two pictures, I use techniques and do experiments to get the style I want. The first one, like this one, you can see it, like you can turn your head to see exactly what it is. It is on the road, and there's some signs and car and like buildings and some lines in sky. They are all straight lines, and like cars are made of square, and all the signs they are also like square and straight. I just don't want it to be look so real. Therefore, I stretch them and I curve them, and the lines are curved, and the shape of these things are not regular, which makes these things like they regularly say in the real life, but they will not be in these shapes. And for the last one, it was some mountains and lake, and there are lots of boats on it. And at first the lake is really flat, but I want to make this lake like floating. Therefore, I also curve the surface of the lake and of the boat. And then I put some red and green dots on my picture. Because first, I think Monet, he's good at compare and contrast color to make the color stronger. Like in this picture, the color of red is really strong. It is like a lot of focal point, which you can see it at first because of the compare of green and blue on its back. And also, I think these red and green dots make this picture looks like in a broken television, which is just interesting, and this is what I want. And these are citations and references I used, and that's all. Thank you.